Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Radx Lap Attack. I am pleased to say that I got a 5-star ticket that rewarded me with 500,000 credits. And I also did a run at Nürburgring here in sport mode, where you have to do a certain amount of time in order to get like first place for something. I got bronze, so it gave me 250,000. And so all that money is going to be used in upgrading the Corvette, or finishing anyway. I had to do a custom race, which you may have seen in the previous video, showing me in Atlanta doing 35 laps. I got $82,000 in that, so this has actually been a pretty good payday for me. Before we do that, however, I wanted to show you this one livery I was talking about in episode 3 when I was driving the '69 Corvette, but I forgot to share that with you, so we'll be doing that in styles. Here it is. Based off a well-known ship from Star Wars, may the Force be with you. I'll show you the whole thing right now. It would be nice if I could control the camera. Paint colors have been... Yeah, I know. I did the design. I don't think it'll let me control the camera, but you'll see what I wanted to show you anyway. I got a Star Wars license plate on there. Well, I wanted to put Star Wars in there, but not enough room, so I just went for X-Wing anyway, but... Looks really good, appropriate with the black base and the yellow lettering. The design might look a little generic, but if you're a Star Wars fan, I know you'll like it. Here's a few other things I've shared. Roblox. Can't wait to drive that again after I finish a few other cars and the 70th anniversary celebration of the Corvette. Here's a red version. And this person, Sophia, he actually, or she actually said, nice one, bravo. I appreciate that. I also appreciate that. The Pink Panther is really nice. Oreo and a lot of other cool things. Maybe I'll show you in a different episode if I get a request from her. Or maybe she's got her own YouTube channel and she's already showing it to you right now. But now, it's time to get all the upgrades. Let's see. There's a certain things I forget, or not forget, I just choose not to do it. I do this for all the cars to make it even. The important thing for me is upgrading all the parts that improve the horsepower and decrease weight. And this may not be used now, but there will be a situation I know that I'll need it in the future. And there we go. Let's go to the garage and finish our upgrades so we can finally get started. There might be a few people out there that are like, oh, this part's boring. Don't do this. Just do the lap time. But I understand if some people feel that way, but I have a feeling that other people might find this part interesting too. They might see a few things that'll come in handy to help them with their upgrades. I think 340 should be good. I think. I mean, we had it set for another car with this amount of horsepower and weight, so let's play safe and just do 350. That ought to do it, but what I don't understand is measurement history. I mean, you're trying to compare the performance compared to how it is now as opposed to before the upgrades. And for some reason, it's still the same. I don't get that. Everything looks good though, so we are ready to start. Enjoy some more music while I get to Special Stage Route X. I still find it really cool that they have a map to show you the location of all the tracks, real or fake. I seriously could have sworn this was going to be in Hawaii because of those satellites for like space or stuff like that, but nope. Southern California. Pretty close to the Mexican border too. You can see right there that little black line. Which also reminds me, Northern Isle, I thought that was going to be like in the Isle of Man because, you know, Northern Isle, Isle of Man, or maybe Ireland, but nope, we have that here as well. Wouldn't surprise me. The British probably wouldn't want a generic short track like that anyway. All right, just a few more seconds. See, this is one of the advantage I have to Gran Turismo 4 when I'm recording with my actual camera. If there's something that's taking too long to load, I can just skip it and move on to all the good stuff. But if we want to take first place from the other Corvette, we need to beat a time of 4:59. Now, obviously, I like the C3 Corvettes. I don't know how many times I'm going to keep saying that over and over again, but for those of you that are just watching my videos for the very first time and you don't know about my interest in the C3, now you do. I have a feeling this one's already going to take the top spot anyway. The 69 had a top speed of 223, and right now we're getting close to 230. That's really good. .229 now. I wonder how far down our speed will go when we start climbing the hill. I can already see the gauge going down. We're still at 229. Make that 228. We'll probably get down to 4 or 3 before we start going downhill. We'll find out soon if my theory's right. We're at 225. Ah, there we go, 224. It was for a short distance. I'm glad it was only for like half a second. And now we're going over 230. Watch the C6 probably try and hit like 240 or 245 when I fully upgrade it. You can also see this car has pretty low mileage, just like the convertible Corvette in the previous episode. I got this for free just for completing a certain amount of races, like with the story menu in Cafe. And you have this one guy that's always like, let's look at the history of these cars. It's great though, it's nice that they share some important facts here and there for all the cars. I don't know what I was going to say next. There was something else I wanted to say, but I forgot. Didn't want to go down there. I mean, you might have better control, but here, when you stay in the right lane, you have a shorter distance to travel on the curve, whereas opposed to the middle or left lane, it may be easier for you to turn, but you also have to spend more time on the curve. And that's something I always like to avoid. Give these cars the best lap time you possibly can. .234 or 235, alright, that's good. Now that I think about it, seeing this desert landscape, it would have made sense for it to be in Hawaii. But I didn't really focus much on that. I focused on the track itself and its surroundings, like that airport we passed, the wind turbines, and those satellites we're about to get to once we go under the tunnel. I remember in You Only Live Twice, a James Bond movie, they had a short clip showing some satellites in Hawaii. But looking at this, based off of part of that landscaping I just saw of that building to the right of the tunnel, I feel like we might be at an astronaut place where they launch spaceships. Launch site. I don't know why I called it an astronaut place. I may not get many comments on my videos, but there's probably going to be one person like, ah, you're retarded, you don't know how to call the launch site a launch site, you called it an astronaut place. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I was called retarded. I mean, I'd rather have people call me that. Or no, I'd rather be retarded than an asshole, you know? I mean, if I'm going to be nice to other people, I would rather do that. The only exception is if people are not being nice to me, you know? And I don't feel like I'm retarded. I know a lot of things. But I guess that's not good enough for some people. Alright, I didn't intend to do this, but we beat the Corvette. The time was 4:59. We got 4:52. Now, the next Corvette we're testing, unfortunately, they still don't have the C5, so we'll be skipping that, moving on to the 2009 Corvette. Kind of sucks, though, that every car I've been testing has been beating the Pontiacs. While the Corvette's my favorite car of all time, it would be nice to see something be slower than the Firebird or GTO. Maybe I'll have to do something deliberate and test the Miata and the bus and the racing kart like I did in Gran Turismo Sport. We'll see what happens. Join me in the next episode when I test out the 2009 ZR1. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you later.